mic. My mic. All right, bet. Welcome back to an. Okay, I'm sorry. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Keynote Address. You know this show, you love the show. It's a show for the people, by the people, to the people, because we are the people. Again, if y'all have not seen that movie, Judas and the Black Messiah, see it, okay? This is a show just interviewing people, everyday people about everyday life, because we go through amazing things. Movies are generally based off of people that we have never heard of in these little towns, little big cities, whatever you want to call it. And we just here to give each other stories. So today I got my good friend, childhood friend, Mr. Princeton Jackson with me. Hello! Woo! Okay, usually it'd be more people screaming, but there we go. Woo! All right, Princeton, welcome to the show, man. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good today.
Okay.
Thank you for having me here.
No, I appreciate you coming, man. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give you the opportunity to give yourself an intro. This first segment is a 30-second elevator pitch. Now, Princeton, you're a man of business. I know that. You're a man of business. So I know you know how to give a 30-second pitch. I know you do. So you got 30 seconds, right? We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. You got 30 seconds to sell yourself. And I'm going to let you know if I would hire you for the job. This is just me. So you're going to be telling the people who you are, because they probably want to know if they want to hire you too. Because you might be the next CEO or something. Okay. All right, Princeton, your time starts when you start. 30-second elevator pitch. Let's get it cracking.
All right, man. Thanks for that, Keontae. All right, so I'm a lot of different things, man. I'm a college graduate. I work in the community. I'm a fraternity brother. I'm a grandson. I love working out. I'm a comic book head. I love technology. I love being around people, making people laugh. I love laughing. I really love fellowship and building people up. I like seeing people reach their true.
Embarrassing, Prince. That 30 seconds is up, and you told us a lot about you, but I'm gonna be honest. You're not hired. Because
cool.
you were supposed to be like, my name is Princeton Jackson. I'm from Milwaukee. You didn't give me. I didn't even get no top story.
First of all, I got a job. So.
Okay. I don't need this.
Shit, 30 seconds ain't enough, but I feel you.
Okay, resume, extensive, you hear me? Okay, 30 seconds, y'all. So y'all got a little bit of Princeton right there, man. I'm going to give y'all a little bit more, man. Me and Princeton grew up in the same hood on 14th and Atkinson. Shout out to ATK, Dirty Ack. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you do. Oh, they act ass over there, right off Lindbergh Park. You know what I'm saying? We used to ride our bikes over there. Princeton, what was it like growing up over there for you? Because you was there, you was next door and across the street. Because first, my grandparents was next door, and then we moved across the street, so he was always right there. So, what was that like growing up there for you, man? What was that experience?
Man, it was interesting. You know what I mean? Just growing up in that environment, all the different things that I saw from a youth all the way up to a man. It's things that you would typically see in the hood, There's a lot of drugs, a lot of violence.
Definitely.
Not necessarily in my household, but the neighborhood itself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
yeah.
But there's a lot of community too, especially on our block. I felt like I could go to damn near anybody's house and ask for something, and if they had it or if it was within their means to help, it's mine to have, no question. So
we definitely had that community feel, like a community family type feel on 14th Atkinson. That was something I always appreciated and felt when I was over there. Even coming, from one end of the block to the other end.
Absolutely.
We knew each other, families, grandparents, and that. I think that really helped us bond and grow together, grow up together well, man. So yeah, that's just a little bit of backstory of 14th Atkinson. We just gonna jump into this next segment. And it's called, it's just a game. It's called Riddle Me This, right? Princeton is a really smart cat, and I'm going to let him tell you all about that more. But we going to see who's smarter. Because we both smart, right? We're going to see who's smarter. Okay. So basically what's going to happen is Miss Raisha, my lovely creative director, is going to give us a riddle. She got 3 different riddles for us. I'm going to give her a number, and she's just going to read. Princeton get an opportunity to guess. I get an opportunity to guess. We get 1 guess apiece. It don't matter who go first. If you know it, you know it. If you want to wait, you can wait. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like they say.
They say that. So Right, sure. Whenever you're ready, man. Whenever you're ready to give us that first riddle.
What number you want?
Oh, you're right. Give me number 7.
Number 7? Ooh, I was
Number
hoping
7.
you would start with that one.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a one-story house in which everything is yellow. Yellow walls, yellow doors, yellow furniture. What color are the stairs?
I know the answer. I'm a genius.
I know it.
I'm a genius. You want to go first or you want me to go? Because I know it. I'm
You
going
don't sound that confident.
to shut it down once I get an answer. She's going to be like, and that's the incorrect mundo.
This could be your opportunity.
This your opportunity because I know the answer.
Guess first.
Man, all right. Shit, it's a one-story house.
That's what she said.
There is no stairs.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say there is no stairs. It's one story.
Good job,
Okay.
Okay.
That's what's up. Okay. I got it before him though, cause I'm like I knew it. He didn't say it. He didn't say nothing. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
You wasn't even confident.
He wasn't ready for real. He wasn't ready for real.
I got it though.
All right.
Y'all good listeners. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. That's what riddles is all about.
And that's
Really
what I was have to say it a
listening.
little bit fast. Like I said, one story house.
What color was the stairs?
Right.
So what color was the stairs?
Side effects are.
Right.
Okay, slide me riddle number Princeton between 2. You choose number 2, 18, 19.
2, 18, 20.
Excuse me, 2, 18, 20.
18.
Ooh.
18, okay.
Let me find out that's his line number. I'm joking. That's not his line number, y'all.
Ooh.
He just picked 18.
We'll find out later. I
Okay,
guess.
we got time to talk about it.
Okay, number 18 riddle. What can't talk but will reply when spoken to?
Dog.
You're never gonna get this. That's your guess? I know I said be more confident.
Yeah. We didn't say just jump out the rib, Princeton.
Oh,
Give
shit,
it a
I-
He was like, oh, whoa.
Give me that riddle again. Give me that riddle
Yeah,
again.
here.
Give me that riddle again.
It is what can't talk
Okay.
but will reply when spoken to.
What can't talk but will reply when spoken to.
Ain't gonna say shit, but when you leave, I'll be
Oh, I know what the fuck it is.
No, you do not.
I swear to God I do. I'm a genius.
You said dog.
I know what it is.
That's a no.
I know what it is. Can I say my answer?
What is it?
It's an echo.
Duh.
Duh.
I could have sworn I heard that.
Princeton.
Before.
That was good. Because I was thinking.
All right,
so
all
this is what I thought. Let me tell you how I got with that
All
one.
right,
though.
riddle me this then. What's
Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
let me get your ass. Let me
Oh, look. This
All right,
is,
well,
let
show
me,
me up.
can I tell you how I got that? This is how I got that. Listen. So I'm like, if you're talking to like a whale, you get what I'm saying? It talk back. But you get that echo. That's the only reason you
What
get.
made you think of a whale, though?
Because you gotta talk to something. Only when you respond. What you said only when you talk to it, right?
Yeah, it'll respond.
Right. So what do you talk to that only respond when you talk to it? So I gotta be talking to something that's damn near inanimate.
Oh, yeah, okay. You was like, well.
Talk about whale. Echo. Okay. Give me riddle number 2.
Number 2.
Princeton, you can do your riddle after that, because Princeton said he losing these riddles right now. He upset.
He said, I'm never going back on this show.
He's so good.
Okay. I'm tall when I'm young, and I'm short when I'm old.
I heard this one before.
Well, I can go to number 20.
Go to number 20, and then we can go back to that. And then
Go number 20.
go to number. And we can come back to that for extra credit. If Princeton get that right, then we can
Princeton
time.
said, I don't know what number 2 is, so let's go to number 8. All right.
Y'all are stupid, dog. Okay, come on.
Okay. David's parents have 3 sons.
Wait, who?
David.
David. Okay.
His
Like
parents.
David, the Bible.
Okay, the Bible.
King David.
King David. I thought you said Davis.
David's.
David. Oh, David's.
My bad. Parents have 3 sons.
Okay.
Not y'all trying to cheat the riddle.
Uh-uh.
Snap, Crackle, and what's the name of the 3rd son?
I know the answer.
So you gotta stop smoking.
I am a riddle genius. Just know that. I'm a riddle king. I love a good riddle.
What'd
Who?
you say?
He's the 3rd son.
Yeah.
Me.
Oh.
David.
Yeah.
Facts. Good job.
Mhm.
Okay.
And really,
well, he got that one.
what helped me with that
I
one
wasn't
was-
hesitating. I wasn't hesitating because I didn't know what I was sitting there because I'm like, bro, that's easy as a bitch. Like,
See, but what happened was when you said David's parents, I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
because if you're David,
I feel like you did it on purpose for confirmation. You're like, oh, is it David?
no, well, I just have to hear what you said. Then when you said it slowly, I'm like, oh,
You
David.
cheated, but it's all right.
I didn't cheat.
It's good.
wow.
Okay, Princeton, do number 2, and then let Princeton get. If you get this one, that's like 2 points.
Bro.
We tied because I've been getting every riddle you got except for the one
Bro.
that you didn't get.
Bro, you got 1, I got 2. She's on
Nuh-uh. We've been tied.
I was not asked to keep track.
It's all good. Not be mad and then no prize. I got 3. You know what I'm saying?
Look around.
Okay, come on. Let's do this last riddle.
Okay. Rule number 2, again, I'm tall when I'm young and I'm short when I'm old. What am I? Keontae said he knows it, so
I
it's
do.
on you.
Tall when I'm young, short when I'm old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That could be a lot of people too, though. In
Okay,
general.
well, you just told him it's not a person.
Yeah, I already knew it wasn't a person.
But that's crazy. I be trying to think of.
Tall when I'm young, short when I'm old.
I love that song.
Don't be trying to cheat.
Trying to get the phone. You should do the phone.
Nah.
This is a hard one,
I'm gonna
though.
just let you go. It could be anything. Really.
What you think though? Come on, I like.
I was gonna
talk.
say like a sunflower or like a flower because they like tall or like they quote unquote tall.
Okay.
And when
I
they
see
die,
where you going.
They wither.
I know the
Small.
answer though. It's candle, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a candle.
Not just a horrible riddle.
No.
That's a garbage ass riddle because it's like
Oh.
you gave a
I'm like,
no.
that's actually a good one because you would never think candle though.
no the
'Cause you don't
riddle-
consider
the
candles
riddle
to
was
be young or
garbage
old.
because you gave life to an inanimate object, bro.
Tall and short is not life qualities. You can build
No, you
something
said
that's
I'm tall when I'm young and short when I'm old.
The young and old
Young
would be
and
the
old.
life qualities. But I guess a candle has a life. It has a lifetime. It has a lifespan. If you give it, I don't know. It's probably just a play on words with that. Princeton not fucking. Princeton said no. That's trash. Throw the whole riddle away. Y'all, that was riddle me this, and I hope y'all learned something because we out here teaching stuff. I got one favor before we move on. Raisha, can you fix that top camera? Because I can't.
Raisha can't fix
I be having to lean over, and I don't like that.
You don't like that? But that's not that much.
Ooh, y'all, right there. Yeah, that's perfect. It ain't gonna work sideways, but that's good right there because I can't do that. All right, so we moving in to our next segment, and this segment, Princeton, is really for you to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's called "Where You At." Right? You heard that Jennifer Hudson song? Where she's like, "Where you at? Where you at?" You heard that song? You heard that? Okay, I just want. I think that's a tight song to me. But anyway.
So get on with it.
Yes, I heard it. So where you at? Like I was saying, you just tell us where you at in life. Like what area has life brought you to? Like what you see when you look at it. Like all the things that came to you in all these different, avenues. Where are you at? Like what do you see? Where do you stand in life right now? Tell the people where you at. So Princeton, P. Jacks, P. Squeak. Where you at, man? Where you at?
Man, where I'm at right now in general. Oh, this mother's going on.
Then you just got to make sure it's on. It's on.
Oh yeah, it's on.
I'll turn it up you a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah. So where I'm at in life right now, man, I'm in a pretty decent spot overall. I got a pretty dope job. Work with some dope people. I'm just around dope people in general right now in life, professionally and personally. So, in regards to like happiness or whatever, that's where I stand on that. I got other goals in mind too. That goes beyond, that's within and beyond what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So, just really trying to map out the future right now and see what's next. See where God leads me. And I'm just now getting back into like the gym again too. I had to take a month off. I had to take a month off because I injured my wrist and had some other affairs I had to get in order. But started back on this Monday that just passed. I've been in there for a week. I'll be here for a week. Yep. So yeah, man, pretty excited about that.
That's what's up, Princeton. Where you at? That's what's up. So, we're gonna get into all of that. I know we was talking about you say you work with some really cool people, working with some really dope people. If y'all didn't know, Princeton is like my boss. Princeton like my manager, my supervisor. You know what I'm saying? He the guy I go to when I'm need anything. I'm the guy he go to when I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? If I do something wrong, Princeton the guy that comes see you. So how talk about that? Where you working at? Well, we work for an organization called Lit. Princeton is more of a knowledgeable when it comes to Lit because he's on the upper level, the upper echelons version. That's off the camera. That's how. You know what I'm saying? So tell us about Lit, what Lit stand for, and what y'all doing, like, you know, with that.
Lit, first and foremost, is short for Leaders Igniting Transformation. And we do a lot. We've been doing a lot in the community in the short amount of time that we've been around as an organization. But to just put it in a nutshell, man, we do a lot of community outreach, civic engagement, social justice activism. Working with schools, whether it's in college or in high school, especially in high school, just making sure to minimize or even eradicate that school to prison pipeline, just because we know how detrimental that is to like marginalized communities, especially like Black and brown youth. And just about everybody that works in the organization is Black or brown too. So. It's a bunch of people in the organization who can resonate with the issues that goes on in these communities of ours. So the work that we do definitely is personal and it hits close to home.
That's what's so. How did you end up working with it? Like, have you always had I know you were talking earlier about just having like being raised by that community family type ordeal. So like, is that kind of why you went into working with it, or was it just some other thing that got you interested in that, or how did that come about?
Yeah, man, I think it was just like a recipe. It was like just a recipe for like just a perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had just graduated from grad school, man.
Say that again, P. What?
Yeah, man. I had just graduated from grad school.
Oh, that means he got his master's. You can call him Master P. No rap.
Stop it.
No rapper. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
I should advertise that.
Listen, you might get sued, but if that's what you.
Listen, I just want to say that I feel like if you got your master's, that's something you should definitely tell people. That's something you should definitely let the world know. Like, yes, I got my master's. Like, you ain't got to be like braggadocious about it. Like, nigga, you ain't shit because I got my master's and you only got a, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely worked for this. Like, this is, I put in time, I put in effort. Like, I know people in grad school right now and they be like, I'm ready to quit. Like, and this is during the pandemic. So, you know what I'm saying? Versus not in the pandemic where everything, and I ain't saying like education is sweet. If you get your master's right now during the pandemic, you close regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that because that's something I'm not doing. But for people that are, congratulations. So I think that's definitely something you should definitely be like, yeah, I got my master's, put it on my back pocket because I keep it on me.
Yeah.
No, you know what's funny? Man, you know what's funny is actually before I left the house earlier this afternoon to get some lunch, I had went into like my little storage closet or whatever, and I pulled out my master's and like put it on my it's like in my living room. You know what I mean? So when people come to my so when people come to my spot, you know, niggas know what time it is.
It's Master P time.
Little humble brag, I guess you could say, a little conversation starter.
Does your house have a hutch? Do people still call those hutches? You know what I'm talking about?
I do not know what a hutch is.
It's like it could be a fireplace, I guess, but it's like the random cabinet in your living room. That's like
yeah, they got like little glass, like little glasses. Yeah, I got a hutch. That's exactly what.
It's like a built-in entertainment.
No, it's like a built-in like floor cabinet.
It's like simple cabinets.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of people call it a hutch. So
a lot of houses in Wisconsin got that. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the north side.
That's
because
true.
you got like the little, like it's like a little like long like glass like panel in the middle too that just kind of goes from wall to wall. So.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do too. No.
Once you said it's like a cabinet in your living room, I already knew exactly what you meant.
If that was the real, I would have never got it. I would have lost. I would have been like, I don't know that one. Princeton was.
Well, Master is on his hutch.
I'm
talking about what is a hutch.
I got my master's on my hutch. I got some books on my hutch.
I actually just picked up some encyclopedias from a friend of mine. They had a series of encyclopedias, so I just actually got them because I feel like having books in your house is something that you need to have. Not even necessarily for like decoration, but like who knows when like the world may be ending soon, and not soon, but soon, and apocalypse may be coming and stuff, and electricity may be gone. You might have to pick up a book. That's how I think about stuff like that.
Unimaginable. The way you said it.
Oh, like it gotta be the end of the world for me to read.
I'm a fucking book at some point.
Listen, that's true though, but I was just thinking I need to have books in my house. I didn't have no books, so now I'm glad I got some encyclopedias. And since we're talking about encyclopedias, y'all, Princeton used to read encyclopedias, and I think that's really cool as a kid. And yeah, I don't think that was a punishment. Like, I think he did that for his own personal knowledge and gain, and that's why I feel like he's such a smart person that he is now, because he literally was reading encyclopedias, y'all, for real, for real. Do you remember anything you read from an encyclopedia?
I mean, dude, I read up on some of everything. The funny thing is, like, the encyclopedias was from like a time before I was born. Not like too much, maybe like 4 or 5 years older than me. Mm-hmm. The encyclopedia collection we had, but that was still current enough to where things in, I guess, the world at the time hadn't changed drastically. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Enough to the point where the information was irrelevant. So, I mean, I went like A through Z, like, and I was just always just a naturally curious kid. So
that's so tight.
You know, and sometimes I would just go back to the encyclopedia and just read it again, even after I read it before. You know what I'm saying? Then I go to my granddad or like shit, really any adult, and like I would tell him like, yeah, man, like guess what I found out, or I guess what I learned in the encyclopedia.
Right.
They were like, what? Like, the encyclopedia, and like I'm like, damn, these niggas don't know that word, but I bet. But no, all jokes aside, though, the you know, the adults in the neighborhood who I would drop this information to or regurgitate this information to, they was like super impressed by it, and you know, they would encourage me to keep reading. And, like,
we all were impressed.
You know, they're like, man, you so smart, and this and the third, and like I was just like, I never really been the type of person that like attention like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be in the background and cut, but like, you know, I do appreciate those. I do appreciate the people in the community, especially on the block, like giving me that attention and putting that energy into that, because, you know, that basically encouraged me to continue on with like educating myself, like within school and outside of school. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like there's certain things that you only can learn that you won't see in school, like in a school, a traditional education environment. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely.
Yeah, man.
So is that something that you also like about working with Lit? Because I know we work with a lot of like political issues and things as well, as far as community stuff going on. Is that like a big thing for you? Just like kind of like the way the world is now, how it's being run and things like that. Is that an issue for you, or like how do you feel about that? Is that like a reason you're into Lit because you need more insight, or how does that work?
Well, man, I think whether you work for organizations such as Lit or not, I think like you should have like an awareness about what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. I didn't. I
mean, that's just keeping it 100. I'm not saying you gotta be like gung ho about it like we are, but at the same time, like you gotta be socially aware. You gotta be conscious. You gotta be able to read the room. You know, read the situation, man. You just can't be out here just blind and dumb.
It's like when you're a kid and you walk into school, everybody tells you to like be aware of your surroundings, basically. So
exactly, and I feel like, you know, with the pandemic that just happened last year, the crazy election cycle, the whole nine, like I feel like that should just be more than enough for people to really just buckle down and be like, all right, like I just can't be ignorant. I just can't be ignorant out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I agree with that.
I just can't be like a sitting duck out here. So,
but it's still like a lot of people that are out there like that. Which I find like not crazy, because like you said, you don't gotta be like. It's a lot of people that's not like just deep or don't know what's going on. Because like for a long time I didn't, but because of what was going on with like the pandemic and the election cycles that was happening, I definitely had to get more in tune to what was going on. Even just like with the racial inequality, I feel like people have been made more aware, but not on a smaller scale. Like, of course, on a larger scale, we know like, our government is corrupt, or we see that there's an imbalance. But when it comes to even like our own communities, there's those same struggles that are there, and a lot of people aren't too much concerned about those because those don't get shown on TV or whatever the case may be. So I think it's very important to be aware of even like the smaller scale elections or the smaller scale politics that are happening in your area. And I feel like that's one thing that working with lately has definitely been kind of showing me more of. So that's just something I wanted to drop out there for you. But that's what's up, P. You have a very interesting outlook on life, and even interesting personality. You've always been a person that I always looked up to. Like Princeton, you've been a genius to me my whole life. I don't care what nobody say. You're a genius, and I always looked up to that fact. Like Princeton was smart because I was never an athletic kid. Princeton was athletic too. I wasn't athletic though. He would hoop with them and all that, play football with them. I was always on the sidelines, pick last, all that good stuff. But one thing about Princeton was he was smart and cool still. I'm like, I can definitely be smart. Like, that's not the bad part. Like, the bad part is I'm not playing sports. That's the bad part. I'm just kidding. But that was something that you always showed me. I wanted to, I guess, formally appreciate you or officially appreciate you to your face. Like, that was a good role model aspect for me. Like, it's crazy, like, our relationship has grown. Like, he was my brother best friend growing up, and now we like best friends. Not saying, like, him and my brother are not best friends, but I probably see Princeton more. But lifestyles are different, okay? Tim a whole parent with kids, and that's another episode for another day, because parents and kids and people grow up and change.
Beyond
and
me.
It's beyond me, because I'm still here. Look at me. Here. And I'm like, what is going on? We're gonna move into the next little segment, and I feel like
shout out to Tim though, man.
Yeah.
Word.
but this ain't Tim podcast. Y'all go to Tim
You
podcast.
can shout your brother
Still my,
out.
still my
Okay,
ace,
shout out
though,
to
man.
Tim. Shout out
Still
to
my
Tim.
ace, man. You know what I'm saying?
You still
Tim gonna be in the comments like, yeah, you better have.
right? On what? Tim wouldn't even. Oh, he better be in the comments. Okay.
Probably playing drums or something.
Nah. He changing a diaper right now. Tim cooked dinner the other day, which blew my mind. I'm like, dog, you don't cook. You make hot
When you a
dogs.
parent, you start doing all kind of shit.
People change. That's what I'm saying.
While making dinner, while changing a diaper. Okay.
Not playing drums with drumsticks.
I'm
Chicken drumsticks.
I'm Bizarro version of Tim and shit. I'm the Bizarro version.
Not the Bizarro version.
No, I mean like the times that like our lifestyles are literally opposite.
Opposite.
One another, man.
The
But
fact
it's all
that
love.
ain't Bizarro like a cartoon type of.
Yeah, Bizarro is like
That's-
the reverse
Princeton,
version.
that
of
is
Superman.
tight that you just Princeton the comic book king. Princeton the comic book king. But we're gonna move to the next segment. It's called L's to L's, right? So it's basically where L's to L's is just losses to lessons, right? Stuff you lost, or time you lost, it ain't gotta be like bad. You lost or it was down bad. Like, just what lessons have you learned from life, and what little gem you want to drop real quick? What lessons have you learned? You don't gotta give me the backstory if you don't want. If you do, that's fine. But what lesson? You get two of them too. You get two life to lessons, losses to lessons. What you got for us?
I think, man. One loss to lesson is just having a perspective in mind that, or keeping perspective in mind that you just got to stay true to who you are, like regardless of like what other people think or say, or like even how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, you can't treat people from a conditional standpoint, or you can't flip flop on people. You know, pretty
Right.
much. Like your relationships with people can't be conditional. Like if you're gonna be a solid person, or if that's who you are as an individual, like do that all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Whether that person reciprocating that shit or not. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, the lesson is, man, like you can still learn how to stay true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like at the same time, you don't have to conform to other people, or if it gets to the point where they're toxic, you can learn how to still rock with them, but like kind of from a distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Learn how to set boundaries.
That's what's up.
And then,
Set boundaries. Write that down, y'all. Life to lessons. Write it down. Lost.
yeah, and you know, there ain't no hard feelings or nothing like that. It's just more so about, you know, you get to a point where it's like you got to establish those boundaries, and you realize what you are and what you're not willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that can be friends, family, career. I mean, you can apply that to a multitude of different scenarios in life. You know what I'm saying? So, but the second loss to lesson is you know, like pretty much like regardless of what your condition is in life, right? Regardless of what your situation is, where you at, a lot of it really just comes down to your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like a few years back, I had like pretty much had lost like everything. So like my car had like died. I had no job. Well, I had a job, but it didn't actually start until like the fall of that year. So the whole summer I was just out here just side hustling, you know what I'm saying, doing what I had to do, you know what I mean, to like keep money in my pocket. So, you know, whether it's like helping a neighbor or, you know, or really just being like on some entrepreneurial stuff like cutting grass or, you know, shit. I even donated some plasma one time before, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but it was like it was like a real rough stretch for me, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to do anything that I could to like not go like dip into like illicit means or methods to like get money, you know what I'm saying? I still wanted to walk a righteous path, so.
With respect.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah. And it was hard, you know what I'm saying? Like it was hard because, you know, it is easy money to make out here, but I had to just go and get it, you know what I'm saying? But in the process of like, it's weird. So I gained something that you can't put a price on, but like I lost like all my material possessions in the process. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like I had to like get stripped of all that stuff and then come back, like I guess like more grateful for when I do have it again.
It was like a Job story almost.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I remember, dog, like I had got the job at UW, and like the department that I was going to school for. There's a year, so you know, this is like your official start date. We'll start you like in August, like late August, top of September. I signed that paperwork back in like June or something. But pretty much, dog, I had to walk from like Atkinson to UWM. You know what I'm saying? Then from UWM, I walked over to like Fondy and like North Ave to like go like donate some plasma or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then I walked from Fondy and North Ave back to the hood.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. You do not need to be walking after donating plasma.
I know. I was drinking mad water the entire. I know. I was drinking mad water the entire day, and I did smart enough though. Like I ain't walk all the way back from like Fondy and North Ave to act like. I eventually caught onto a bus. And I got to like the 19 or something like that. And I was able to hop off. Long story short though, like bro, like I had on like some Vans, right? And like the Vans was already kind of worn down, but like by the time I got done doing all them moves, nigga, I literally had rocks in my midsole, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but then once I got that job or whatever, it didn't pay me much, but it was better than having no money to my name. Because I had lost my bank account, I had lost everything, you know what I'm saying? So I had to start over.
Ooh, I hate when banks do that. They be like, you ain't put no money in this bitch.
Yeah, exactly. It's messed up because the same day my account got closed, man, I actually got the money to like reopen it. You know what I'm saying? I had missed it by like a couple hours in terms of like the deadline or whatever. I didn't even know it was a deadline. So I'm just sitting there looking salty. But long story short, man, I learned a lot from that. And you know, if I had to go through the experience again, I would, because I had to go through that because it completely shifted my mindset and prepared me for like what was in store next, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like
that's like a humbling experience, man. Like that's just, I mean, like I said, it's almost like that Job story. Like you gotta, you can get so stuck in like, oh, I'm doing this, that, and the other, and oh, I'm working for this. You forget to appreciate where you are at or what you do have or how far you have come, and then you can even begin to beat yourself up about that. I mean, but there's so many different avenues that way can go, but it just that constant reminder of being appreciative of what you have or being appreciative of where you came from can definitely keep those feelings of depression or like anxiety or anxiousness at bay. You know what I'm saying?
What kept me going, man, I know we got other segments, but what kept me going, man, was like, I mean, shit, I knew that like it wasn't gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I knew that like shit, somebody didn't wake up that same morning and I woke up. You know what I'm saying?
I be thinking that's
somebody don't got their help. You know what I'm saying?
I be thinking that too sometimes. Like when I feel like I haven't been as grateful or thankful as I should be, or if I think my situation real bad, I be like, dog, I guess somebody didn't even wake up today. Like, you got a house, bro. Like, somebody ain't out here with a house. You just woke up in the bed. You got clothes to put on. Like, I really got to get it to be that simple, because we can really get big-headed thinking that we're owed something. That we're owed things.
Yeah, bro. You ain't, there's no guarantees to anything in life. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we guaranteed is like, you know, when we come here and then when it's time for us to transition.
Don't leave.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, don't get me wrong, I appreciate material things because I want to enjoy them. You know, I got one life to live, so I enjoy that stuff too. But also, no, I can't take it with me. So I try not to put too much. Investment into those type of things, man.
Definitely, man. That's what's up, bro. I hope y'all took down some notes on these lessons, man. Princeton was dropping some gems. One of my favorite ones was the just being grateful part, because that was interesting that you think the same thing I think sometimes when I feel like I'm not being grateful enough, or I feel like, you know.
That's that 14th act right there.
Hey, 14th act. That's a community, man. If you was lucky enough to be raised in that community family aspect, you know some stuff. You definitely are a privileged person, because there's a lot of people who don't get that opportunity, and I feel like my neighborhood taught me so much that I'm still even learning to this day. Like, I hang out with the same people from my neighborhood, like, still, and get knowledge from them, the older ones and the younger ones. So I think that's really cool, man. But this next little segment, Princeton, is called 20 to Life. Okay, he was the first person that didn't look like stupid shock, but that chuckle was interesting.
Not you almost been there.
Okay, listen. That's that 14th to act life. It's a 14th to act life. No, okay, so 20 years to life is not as bad as it sounds. It's really simple. I want you to go 20 years forward in your life, and where you at in 20 years to life? In 20 years.
Man, 20 years to life.
Think about it. Shit. Hey, remember when
Now you gotta tell the joke.
Hey, we'll tell that joke in a minute. No, I'll tell the joke right now. So, like, my uncle was fixing my truck. I had a Jeep, and we was fixing it, and then, like, he popped a something, and then, he popped it was like a hose stuff, and something started dripping. He was like, shit. He was pissed off. That was the funniest thing. He said that for the longest time, man. I love my Uncle Tim, man. He the man, man. He cold. He got that Jeep up and running though, but that nigga was like, shit. He was like legs when he was under the truck. No, that was funny. That was really funny, dog. Funniest thing ever. And Princeton did it, dog. With the Princeton, I told Princeton, so he started saying it over and over. That nigga was funny, dog.
I be trolling motherfuckers, man. I'm goofy as hell. But,
20 years. Where you see yourself, man? 20 years. How old will you be in 20 years?
41.
41. Man, we are getting old.
41 is like...
That's young, though. That's not too old.
Yeah, you are not going to be 41.
You are not going to be 41, Princeton.
I'm tripping. I thought you said 30 to life. I thought you said...
it's 20. It's 20 to life.
Hey, my bad.
And I'm done. I'm talking about wow.
Wait a minute.
Every time we do this episode, we be on real. I'll be done this time.
Hey, dude, that's my bad, Joe. It's been a long week, man. It's been a long week, man. I've been since like 6 this morning, so forgive me. I'll be 51. My apologies.
Okay, now we old again. But that's still not even that old. So 51, man. What's that looking like for you? What you see?
Man, shit. Like, I'd probably be like 50 pounds lighter.
Okay.
Talk for the, for the sense of health, man.
Yeah.
Not even necessarily about looking good at that point.
Not 50 and fine.
Oh yeah, I mean,
50 fine and 50 pounds lighter.
I'm 31 and fine right now. I'm trying.
Don't hurt him, P. Don't hurt him, P. P out here single, man. Y'all can slide in his DMs. Y'all can slide in his DMs. He got a master's. Slide in the DMs.
That part.
No, man. I definitely want to be in a position where I have enough resources and capital to like make meaningful impact on like people's lives, and like the return of investment for me in that regard would be these people like pretty much elevating themselves because they have a better quality of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether that's like housing or like mental health resources, community centers, stuff like that. So eventually I want to have my own business so I can make the capital required to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
So I feel like that's part of my life's purpose is to like help other people. You know what I mean?
I told Princeton he needs to run for like some type of office.
I always tell you that when you do anything in politics, you canvass one time and they be like, so who you ran for president?
I know, right?
I feel like me and Prince had a conversation, or he talked about this a long time ago, and he said that he might be like an alderman in our area or something like that. And I'm like, that's what's up. I thought that was really noble, honorable. I'm like, that's tight. Another role model moment in my life for Princeton. Shit I ain't gonna never forget. But yeah, but that's tight. 20 years sufficient. That's what's up. 20 years, 51.
Millionaire. At least multi-millionaire at least.
Don't leave that out.
50 fine and filthy rich.
50 pounds lighter.
When I say multi-millionaire too, I mean like $500 million up. Like I ain't talking about no little ends.
All right,
like,
that's 500,000 millions.
Trillion for filling.
Wait, that's 500,000.
But no, like all jokes aside, it really does take time.
Yeah.
Unless you get real lucky, man, it takes time to build that. It takes time to build that wealth. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Investment, smart moves.
Facts.
So that's why I say 20 years, because it might take 20 years to get to $500 million. But you know, that's cool.
How much is $500 million?
500 million.
Oh, right. It's 500. Oh, it's 500 millions.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 500,000 millions.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. I'm sorry.
And keynote top math, everyone.
I didn't teach you that. We didn't go that deep. We stopped at million. So I didn't need to know nothing after that. They ain't like the
And
questions.
he was like a cajillion, $1
And I'm like, that ain't real. It's $1 million. And that's it. Ain't nothing else. Nah, all right, man. P, I really appreciate you coming on the show, man. I got one more segment I'd like to end with most likelies. But this episode, you got two, because I couldn't decide. I was looking at the options that we had. I'm like, oh, these are good. So we gonna really.
You just let me do my job.
I can't help it. We gonna nerd out. We gonna nerd out first, and then we gonna end it officially. So the first nerd out is, so most likely we gonna give you 3 celebrities, and then we give you 3 most likely events, and you just match them up just to see where you at. What you thinking? You never know. It's all fun.
All right.
But for this episode, we're gonna nerd out first. We're gonna give you 3. We're gonna give you 3 superheroes.
All right.
Hopefully, you know these superheroes. I think we got a good group here. So your 3 superheroes, you got Venom.
He's like a villain / anti-hero, depending on his situation. But I feel he works.
Not presenting encyclopedic.
This
is the game portion.
Okay.
Not the logistics. Actually, guys. Everyone changed the rules.
So let's just break this down.
Alright, so you got Venom, right? Then you got Dion from Raising Dion. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, because is he a superhero, dude? So he don't have a cape, but
No.
and then did you see the Umbrella Academy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you got number 3. That's the girl that can whisper in people's ears.
Okay.
All right, so those are your 3 characters. You got number 3, Dion, and Venom. Your most likely events. Star in a love game show, like a reality show, like Real Chance of Love, I Love New York, how they have one of them, right? Most likely to win a hot dog eating contest, and most likely to be a real life superhero. We'll be really out here on 14 Seconds and saving the day. You got 3 people.
All right.
Those 3 people. Go ahead.
Number 3 for 1.
So what's the one?
The Love Game Show.
The Star Love Game Show. Okay.
Number 2.
Cause she a lady.
Number 2 for
That's sexist.
Number 2, not really.
Ladies,
Number 2 for Venom, because like dog can eat like
winning a hot dog eating contest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when they're talking about sexism and shit. And then number 3, because he's the African American kid with power, so 9 times out of 10, he probably gonna be like in the hood, or he gonna know somebody that live in the hood anyway, so he probably gotta display his power at some point.
That's what's up.
You know what I love about this game? People answers always be like
They always.
deep as fuck.
Yeah.
Like technically, if you put it literally, this
Right.
person would be.
I love that. That's good. Okay. So, all right, now we're going to end the show for real, right? But we're going to give you our real celebrities, because the people love the celebrities. I don't know what they love. Well, let's just say they love them. They love the celebrities.
Y'all
So,
tell us shit.
man, what y'all like? Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, leave all that. I'm going to tell that at the end again. But like, subscribe, comment, leave a thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, don't leave a thumbs down. Just like text me personally, like, hey, bro. And then we'll work on it. So before we end the show, Princeton, we're going to give you most likelies with our 3 celebrities, right? You got the same scenarios, right? So to be a real life superhero, win a hot dog eating contest, and star in a love game show. And your celebrities are Will Smith, Jamie Foxx, and Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
Take your time.
Tiffany Haddish for a hot dog eating contest.
I was gonna say game show again.
I was thinking that too. He switched it up. Why? Okay, I can low key see Tiffany Haddish doing a hot dog eating contest. Yeah, that's definitely appropriate.
Definitely see Will Smith like on the Love Show.
Come to the entangle, because that entanglement. Okay, he be looking at him looking for entangle with Will.
I said I had entanglement. No.
Will you be in an entanglement?
Everybody love Will Smith.
The game show would be.
What was it?
Will you be in an entanglement?
Jamie Foxx for the last one.
And that's be a real life superhero.
Yep. He low key was. So I forgot about that in that movie on Netflix.
Hancock.
No.
Oh.
That's that Will Smith.
Oh my god.
Project Power. You ain't seen that on Netflix?
Did I say Project Power? Yeah, with the pills.
Yeah, he's a pistol shrimp, and he started blowing all you.
Oh, we did just watch
that. Shit cold.
That's a good movie. Actually, if y'all ain't doing nothing, watch that after this, because it's good.
Come on, here's your homework.
Okay.
The Black Messiah.
No, definitely. If it ain't see Black Messiah, go see that, because we are the people. This is a show for the people, by the people, because we are the people, because we high off the people.